are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. On first down, Fields.
Man open, it's Goodwin. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you
Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Fields on first down. Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On first down, it's Fields.
Flush to his right. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away. Quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Cam Akers.
His third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
On second down now, it's Hunt. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Let's make them.
Allen now looks to throw. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big gain there for the Bills.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Allen. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Rams are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
At the 50-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
On play action, Fields.
Flushed out right. He completes it to Beckham. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day. Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to his right. And, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Caught right side. Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kareem Hunt as the first half is winding down, and the Bills
points are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. They'll start with the option. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Fields now to throw. Going up top for Kupp. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big play there on the catch and run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
All day, defense, all day, all day. Check, 55, come on.
56, 56.
On 2nd down and 4, Allen. He's got it. Touchdown. Dawson
point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14-7.
Touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
After the sack on first down, Fields.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he gets this up across the 35. Before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Rams.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields. Going up top for Kupp. He's got a man complete. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there for L.A.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for 2nd and goal.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. They snap it to Fields. They'll roll him out right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They're turned away. Goal. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. Goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back them up halfway. Well, they're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
In his own end zone, it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. The Bills on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Allen going to throw. That's going to be caught by Moss. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big gain there for the Bills.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on the... They've got his man complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain there for the Bills. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A carry here for Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, and this game's over.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Now Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw is Fields. Flushed out right. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Bills have recovered.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
On second down, right back to Hunt.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Hunt. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Hunt. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to performance from start to finish.
And this is incomplete.
Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Bills, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for L.A., they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.